Non-negotiable podcast. Today's topic, how to build motivation to get to the gym, part 2. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Let's go! This is your daily revolution. Live in prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint.
All right, my friends, here we go. Let's dive into the show. So last podcast, we talked about getting clear about what you want and why it matters. And before we continue this podcast, thank you for listening, my friends. Thank you for being a part of my world. Thank you for sharing this, tagging me, taking a screenshot. Like, share this on if it makes a difference for you. More importantly, take action on it. Like, do the work. Don't just listen. Take action. All right, we talked about getting clear about what you don't want and then flipping it to the opposite to get more clear about what you do want. And then the second part was why it matters. Right? The why becomes the holy cause. The why becomes the thing that drives you. Now, we're talking to my niece about getting to the gym because she's this young model, already a beautiful young lady, beautiful smile. And she's like, hey, uncle, how do I get motivation to get to the gym? I'm like, I got you. So this is part 2 for her, but also for everyone here. And it can be applied to not just the gym, but how to get motivation to go after your dreams, how to get motivation to write the book, to, get out of a relationship that's not working. For some of you, that might be like how to get the motivation and the courage to get a divorce. And I'm not saying divorce is the answer for everyone, but for certain it is for some people. So listen to the podcast and take action. All right, first things, what do you want and why does it matter? Keep asking why at least 5 times. Now, once you are clear about that outcome, again, I'm talking to my niece, right? Maybe it's to have a more sexy, lean, muscular, tone-fit body because she's a model. Now, once you got the what and the why, the next part is this. Ready? Define what's required to get what you want. Come up with the plan to get what you want. And this is the meat of it. So for Setema, right, my what and why is I want to be muscular, 200, and in the next 2 years, I want to go from, I'm about 300 pounds, and I want to get down to about 260. It's going to take me a couple years to get there. I'm cool with it. It might even take me 3 years. I'm cool with that. Not a big deal. I'll take the slow route, sustainable. Why does that matter? Right? Again, I talked about that in the first podcast. Go listen to it if you haven't listened to it. Lean, sexy, fit, inspire, be a beacon of light, be an example to my wife, more an example to my sons, but really have my wife be attracted to me, attract attention, and just be an example of what's possible. Now, what's required? I know this. Ready? I'm going to start listing some things. And again, the key here is to write these things down. Don't do this in your head. Put it on a whiteboard. Put it on a Google Doc, your notes if you have Apple. Write it in your journal. What's required? And here's the main question. What is required, or what are the necessary required actions to get what I want? Now, for Setema, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the body here. I don't care how much cardio you do. You cannot build a strong body just doing cardio. There's got to be some type of resistance in your training, right? Resistance training, meaning weights, bands, push-pull. So for me, I already know part of that is I've got to walk into a gym and lift weights, period. And I've got to walk into the gym and lift weights every day. And I work out 6 days a week for about 60 to 90 minutes. Now, you don't have to work out for 90 minutes. That's long. I've been doing this for a long time. You could literally work out for 45 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week, and have a rocking body. You really can. What else is required? I've got to understand what foods to put in my body. We're talking macronutrients, proteins, carbs, fats. I don't want to dive too deep on this because that's a whole nother 10 hours we could talk about this, but look, I'll make it simple. Your food, it's called a macronutrient, or your macros. Proteins, carbs, fats. I've got to, for my body, take in about 3,000, between 2,500 and 3,000 calories a day. I can lose weight on 25 to 3,000 calories a day, depending on my workout. What's required? 8 hours of sleep. What's required? A gallon of water a day. What's required? Avoiding cookies, donuts, cakes, ice cream, because I used to eat that stuff all the time. I'm down about 15 pounds right now. I'm down 15 pounds just by doing what I'm telling you I'm doing. Gallon of water, avoiding a ton of white flour and sugar, and cutting out, like, eating cookies every single day. But what's required? Like, I know that the gym is a big part for me. So that's the plan, right? Sleep, rest, hydration, supplementation, recovery, but lifting weights, getting to the gym. Now remember, why do I do this? Because I am clear about what I want my body to look like. I am clear and I want it no matter what. And I'm willing to pay the price to get it. So I know, again, talking to my niece and everyone, no matter how I feel, no matter what I do, I'm going to go to the gym. Now, let me make this easy for you. Once I have that plan in place specifically for the gym, the best thing to do is to set a set time and make it ready. Write this down. Non-freaking negotiable. Non-freaking negotiable. Non-freaking negotiable. Come on now. Look, non-negotiable means there is no negotiation. Like, I love all the movies, right? We are the United States of America and we do not negotiate with terrorists. Well, listen, you're going to have to build that mindset. No matter what I feel, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter what's going on, no matter what time of day it is, like, I'm going to the gym, period. Like, you just got to go. And look, there's many days where I don't feel like it. I just shot a podcast earlier. Like, I didn't want to go to the gym. I was tired. I sat in my truck in the car for 20 minutes. There's days, half the time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. So you make it non-negotiable. So you set a time. For me, I'm on vacation, so it varies a little bit. But when I'm at home in my element and I'm home, it is like literally 6:15. I get up, take my son, drop him off at his uncle's house because his cousin takes him, and boom, I'm off to the gym. Non-negotiable. Do you have a non-negotiable for you? And listen, I'm going to say this right now. The quality of your life is going to come down to how well you operate within your non-negotiables. For me, I'll share some non-negotiables with you. I don't drink alcohol. Non-negotiable. I don't do tobacco. Non-negotiable. I don't do drugs. Non-negotiable. Right? That means that's easy. Like, there's a number of non-negotiables. I'm not going to go gamble. I'm not going to go step out. Do you have non-negotiables? And the gym for me is a non-negotiable. It's crazy, right? I travel anywhere I travel. I went to Colorado a few times this year to speak. I touch down. I find out where the gym is, and the best gym that we could find in Colorado, that was my kind of gym, 45 minutes away. So I get my rental car. I always get a rental car when I travel because I want the ability to get in the car and go. Drive to the gym, $20 per day. Pay the $20. Me and my business partner, $40. Two of our support staff. There's $80 for one day. But you know why I pay the $80? Because it's non-freaking negotiable. I know what I want, and I'm willing to pay the price. Here's the question you got to ask yourself. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to pay the price for the prize that you desire to have in your life? Whether it's a fit body, strong spirit, great marriage, great family, money in the bank. Are you willing? Because if you are, it'll happen. We're on vacation here in Utah. Guess what I did? Went picked up 2 memberships at the Vasa. Went picked up a family membership at Orm Rec Center. Like, that's what I do. Now my family, we can go to Orm Rec Center. We pay to go to Provo Rec Center to play pickleball. We go to the Vasa gym. Like, it is part of my world. Health is important. And know this. If it's important to you, you're going to spend your time, you're going to spend your energy, and you're going to spend your money. So that is. Like, look, and the money towards a gym membership, I don't care whether you go to a Gold's Gym, a Vasa gym in Utah. I'm at Destin Health and Fitness in Destin, Planet Fitness, 24, Lifetime. It don't matter. You go to the gym and you make the investment. And it's an investment because the returns will come. The return will come. You never get a return if you don't make an investment. So now that you know what you want and you know why it matters, and you know what's required, all the necessary required actions, and you go get the gym membership and you set the time, well, I'm going to go every day at this time. Then you make it non-negotiable. Like, it is, I do this no matter what. And I just shot a podcast called No Matter What. Go listen to that. Now, the final piece of this, if it's just me, I can do it if it's just me. because it's part of my muscle memory. I'm almost 50 years old. So I'm going to go no matter what. I don't care if it's midnight, 3 a.m. I got to go up 3 a.m. before a flight. I'm going to do it. One of the best things you can do, ready, is Enroll Partners. Build a group. There's something about it when you have a group that's waiting for you, you actually get up and go. When I come to Utah, my good friend, his name is Tony. Big dude, man. Dude is like 250. He's jacked. He's ripped and lean. I'm in town. He's like 5:30. I'm there. And I show up because he's going to be there. Back in Destin at home, I got my boy, my business partner, Big Spence, right? Our ranger, Big Josh, and our marketing guy, Nick. And my boys call him Uncle Spence, Uncle Josh, Uncle Nick. That's our crew. And sometimes Uncle Sean shows up when he's not at F45. And everywhere I go, there's a crew that I'm going to lift with. Over here in Utah, I got my son. And listen, by the way, if any of you hear this podcast, you ever want to come lift with me, and you see I'm in your town, just hit me up in a DM. I'll take you for a session. I don't mind. I love working out. I love training people. Now, what do you want? Why does it matter? Define all the necessary required actions, write everything down. Once you have those necessary required actions, you get your gym membership, you make it a non-negotiable, right? I'm doing this no matter what. You get your workout crew, you find someone, you enroll them, you inspire them, and you influence them to come work out with you. And then the final piece, you're going to have to make a decision. Am I really going to do this? Like, am I really going to do this? And I would make it a big deal. Like, am I really going to do this? And it's a yes or a no. And you have to decide, do I really want what I want? Yes or no? Am I willing to do what's required? Yes or no? And that means get your butt up and walk into the gym, pay your 10 or 20 or 50 bucks or whatever for your people. And listen, like my company, my team, everyone gets a membership at the gym because it's important. Like, health is so important. And like supplements, I'm going to go spend money on supplements. Again, that's a non-negotiable for Setema. For some of you guys, you need to start investing in your children. You need to invest in yourself, whether you're buying audibles, podcasts, going to different seminars. We have our program called Immersion, Stage Speaking Bootcamp, Certified Master Coach. I mean, this is an investment, but it brings a return. So decide, like, are you willing to are you going to do it? Do you want the body? Yes or no? Do you want the energy? Yes or no? Do you want the fitness? Yes or no? Do you want the marriage and relationship? Yes or freaking no? And if it's a no, go back to step one and go back to the beginning and say, okay, maybe I really don't want that. Okay, cool. And if it's a yes, now we move on to the next one. So again, this is part 2. I'm going to finish this podcast up. I'm going to shoot another one so you can make these bite-sized chunks just manageable. If this is helpful so far, my friends, my invitation to you, please share this with someone. Take a screenshot. More importantly, let me know, tag me, and do the work on it. All right, until next time, I will shoot part 3 coming up, and let's go.
Let's go. This is your daily revolution. Living prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it. We got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. Y'all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our mindsets and put the work in. This is your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.